That's some wild, bro. We got some wild rumors popping around the Hollywood spectrum, if you will. A lot of y'all probably heard about this. Allegedly. Well, we know allegedly something's going on. Something was going on with the point guard from Above the Rim and Uncle Phil's nephew. Will Smith's best friend, this guy Bilaal, or his ex-assistant, was on the blog, a video blog with
you gotta say his name right. It's Brother Bilaal.
Brother Bilaal was on the podcast with Tasha K. Y'all might know Tasha K. She got sued by Cardi B and for a grip of money for saying stuff about Cardi B, and dude was on the line, and the clip came out. The whole pod is out now. I saw it this morning. I didn't see it this morning, but there was an alert for it. The whole thing looked like it's like 2 hours. But the clip that was spreading earlier this week was talking about, bruh said that he walked in on a Hancock and Duane Martin. And his words was
getting murdered.
I've seen sexual acts. Tasha K said, who? Will Smith and Duane Martin, allegedly. He didn't say allegedly. I'm saying allegedly. So I couldn't find him. We was on the set. People was calling to me. I'm trying to find out where he was at. And I got Duane Martin's trailer keys too. So I'm looking for them both. I opened the trailer and
bent over.
He described it very graphically, if you will.
And murder and destroyed. He used crazy words.
He was like, it was murder in there. You know what's weird about it to me, Dell? The thing is, the way he described it, you know how if you ever walking on one of your homies busting ass, or if you in the same house as one of your homies busting ass, and somebody the woman is like losing her shit, y'all may all sit around and joke about it, like, bro, he was killing her shit, or it was murder in there, or even if you're talking about yourself, like, bro, it was wow, like these young conversations, like you less than 20, like, nigga, I was killing her shit. Like 50% of those moans is fake, but you know how dudes do. This dude was like talking about it like he was flexing, like he was flexing. Like he didn't say it. And to me, I didn't interpret it as though like he was disgusted. He was like, it was murder in there. And maybe I got to watch the rest of the shit. But the way he was saying it, it's just really strange the way he divulged. But I want to ask you this, Del. First of all, what are your thoughts, bro? Where are you at with this situation?
I mean, it's hard to say because personally, I don't want to believe it. I mean, even with all of the stuff that's going on with Will Smith at this time, it's like it's so much compiled against him. Slapped with Chris Rock. Your wife, you've been divorced for 7 years. Your wife is in love with Tupac, who is your wife is in love with a ghost. Like she believes he's him. And it's just so much shit going on. You feel me? And then all of the other stipulations that are around this particular situation and from the person from the resource that we're getting it from. So Brother Bilaal, used to be a good friend to Will Smith. I'm not going to say, he used to be a good friend, used to ride with him on a lot of different sets, was on, always did things with him. However, it's, based on some things, it's like the way he said it, it almost sounded like hate. It sounded like honestly, it's hard to believe things Jada's saying right now too, right? Like Jada went on to address these situations on the Breakfast Club, and she said the only thing she can really talk about is the lawsuit going on, But in reality, it's like she mentioned that she couldn't fully disclose everything because she also was kind of like not in the loop, but she was like, it sounds like that Brother Bilaal was supposed to be getting some type of royalties or some type of money from the book that was coming out, but Will didn't put him in the book. Now, when you look at it in that way, it sounds like hate. However, the thing, and this is the thing, when the lie is more interesting, it's hard to like really, believe the truth, right? It's interesting because Duane Martin has been accused multiple times of having intercourse with men. Lisa Ray from the Players Club, she was married to like a prime minister of the what is it? The Capes. What's the Capes? Is that you might know this?
Transylvania?
Not Transylvania. He was a prime minister of like an island.
Oh.
Like Capes and Corncos or whatever, the place that all the rich niggas people go to.
Oh, Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos. He was a prime minister of there. She was married to that nigga.
Okay.
And then at the time, they used to do a show called All in Me.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. And so Duane Martin was they used to be all on the show, right? They used to be on the show. So the Prime Minister, Lisa Ray, she was on the show. Not the Prime Minister, but Lisa Ray was also on the show. She's saying that because they built a relationship that her and her husband got divorced because of Duane Martin turning her husband gay.
Turning her husband gay?
That's what she said. And these are claims that have been out for years. So now that this is now come to attention, she's like, yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Duane Martin turned my husband gay. Now she on back on that shit, right?
Turned him gay.
Which sounds wild. It's like if he was gay, he was gay. It doesn't, nobody was just like, try this, bro. Like, try this dick in your ass and see if you like it. And if you do, then it's like meth. Like no, he didn't turn you into a meth head. Like that's
so if you do meth once, are you a meth head?
If you do meth once, yeah, you're a meth head.
For real, for one time?
Yeah.
That's how it works?
That's how I think about it.
Damn. I think if you do heroin once, you're a heroin user. If you do meth once, I think you just kind of like, you just living on the edge for that night.
Have you done it?
I have not. But
now then give it a shot and you let me know what you feel after that.
But now I'm really not going to, because if I got to just be labeled as that forever, I'm not messing with it. I'm not doing it.
Let me ask you this. If you suck a dick once, what are you? Are you a dick sucker?
That makes you gay.
Okay. So then that's what I'm saying. Even if you did it once.
Gay. For a man, there's no trying on gay. But
that's what I'm saying. But if you did it though, it's like it's forever labeled.
Yeah, that's wild. You're wild gay after that. It's like getting a tattoo. If you're a man doing gay stuff, it's like getting a tattoo. You can have it removed. You can have it covered. That's the same thing as doing meth. You can have it covered up, but it's still a tattoo.
That's the same thing as doing meth.
I don't think so.
We'll save that conversation for another time. However, to go back into what I was just referencing is like, being that all of this is now compiled up and it's all coming out, it makes it kind of hard to believe. But it's easier for us to want to believe it because, see, this is the thing that I'm gonna break down in like a kind of unique way. But I feel like society almost wants this to be true because they want to have reason not to look at Jada as a villain. So all this going on, and I'm just saying, like, the fact that it came out of like, because even him, he's like complimenting Jada the whole entire time that he's talking about this. Like,
you seen the whole? I
didn't see the whole thing, but I've seen snips. But he is complimenting Jada. He's like, because Will has a little pinky dick, like, bro, like. Now he has a pinky toe dick. Like, he has a pinky toe dick. Jada's not going to be used to that because she's used to a whole baby foot. So if you giving her, like, if she's always had baby foot and now you giving her pinky toe dick, it's like, how is she going to be? She can't live with that and things like that. So I'm just like, bro, now it sounds like complete hate. But then if you frame it into a way where now it's like, it makes society look at it, Jada and be like, well, maybe Jada did have a reason. If Will was being gay, she has all the reason to be with Olga Alsina. She has all the reason to be in entanglement. However, for years, we've only heard that they're swingers. They're both gay. They both have this. They both have that. So now it's like, it feels like to me, Brother Bilaal used what's already been out there in the media. Use Dwayne Wade, who's already been a correspondent of
Duane Martin.
I'm sorry. Damn. but at the same time, it's like, use Duane Martin as a person who's already been speculated as being gay. Use him into the thing because you know that Will and him have a close friendship. You bring it in and you say, yeah, see, you can paint a picture that people believe. I'm not saying that it's true, and I'm not saying that it isn't true. I'm just saying that it does bring up questions about these allegations, right? You have to look into it a little bit deeper. But to a blind eye, just hearing the information, you're like, yeah, that's definitely true. I believe it. I believe it 100%. Especially because personally, right now, based on Will slapping Chris Rock, it's a lot of Will hate anyway.
You know,
It's Will love and Will hate.
I'd rock with you. I'd rock with you up until probably that part in a way, because I think that what has happened is that over the course of time, like when the slap originally happened, oddly like I had ran into people that had co-signed with Will. They had felt like that's what you gotta do for your wife. And as more time has passed on, like especially since like Chris Rock released his special, and like Will Smith's credit is high, right? Like if you have a 700 credit score, you miss a payment, that shit ain't gonna take you down to 400. It's gonna hurt you, but it's gonna take you down to like 670 or something for a missed payment. And I think that Will Smith's societal credit is so high that over the course of time, people's like, well, I kind of understand why I did that. And also Chris Rock's an asshole. Just stuff, because Chris Rock as a comedian, like people was resurfacing these videos of how he was chilling with Louis C.K. and Louis C.K. said the N-word while they was chilling as comedians, and people just don't like him, right? And I think it's similarly to over the course of time, it's almost Dell a lot like the Jordan Poole situation, where when Jordan Poole got assaulted, it's like Draymond's a crazy person. Over the course of time, it's like, oh wait, Jordan Poole an asshole. For me, I still don't think either none of these niggas should have been slapped at work or assaulted at work. But over the course of time, you start getting that societal credit back. And I also think, bro, that the Will hate has also simmered down since that Jada interview 2 weeks ago, or since she started saying like, yeah, this is my book coming out. I never really loved Will, Tupac forever, and we wasn't really together till he slapped that nigga, and I was surprised. It's like, so he already, at this point, he looks more and more like the sympathetic subject, if you will. I think people that want to believe it, I think there's people that want to believe it. It's not that they want to because they hate Will Smith, or they want to because they want to co-sign with Jada. I just think, bro, we may be in a time where, for this point, for this culture, niggas is being like, you know what, bro? I think niggas be gay too. I think that's what it is. Yeah. I think like Dwight Howard being like, my meat is my meat. I put my wood where I put my wood. I put my wood in the fireplaces I want to put my wood at. I think people are like, okay, so, this is real? Are we really doing this? And now it's like, oh, well, maybe they did do that. We may be at a point where it's just not that big of a deal no more. Do you remember this Law and Order SVU episode hell long ago with it's a big deal. It was like there was these dudes, these brothers, they was going to they was playing poker or whatever. And then some shit happened, AIDS, or somebody got SA'd or whatever. And they found out that the dudes was having sex. Yeah. And Tutuola was like,
down low. The episode was called the down low.
Yeah, the DL or whatever. And Finn Tutuola was like, he said the dude is like, you're gay, man. And he's like, I'm not gay. I just like having sex with men. And Ice-T was like, that makes you gay, man.
And back then, Ice-T only was getting like 2 lines.
And bro. And the thing is like the culture was so anti that it was a whole name for like the DL. And then we fast forward, and for the most part, you got like white America like cutting their dick off and being like, I'm a woman now, and that shit cool. But we still on this like, he kissed that nigga. Like I think we probably just like, all right, bro, fine. And I think like the Smiths has just allegedly, the Smiths have maybe just like choked us into submission there. I think we just like, whatever, bro. We don't want to argue with y'all. Like, whatever, fine, just go away.
Y'all done. It seems like it's always something coming out, and it's like, why you say it is though. It just feels like it's always something. Like, and I think,
shit.
I think it just makes it hard, bro, because it's like
pause.
It pause for real, but it just makes it difficult in a way, because you want to be like, not Will, not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, not the freshest nigga from the 90s, right? Like, you don't want this to be that guy, right? But then in the meantime, it's like, at the same time, it's like, I'm hard on some Dwight shit though, like, because he ain't accused of just taking somebody's shit. He actually took it. So at this moment, it's like based on the story that Brother Bilaal said, Will was getting it pounded. Will was getting pound town.
Allegedly.
That's so based on that story, that's what's happening. So in that moment right now, like if he's a bottom, if he's the bottom, I actually feel sorry for him because now I'm like,
it's gay, it's gay, it's gay.
It is.
Yeah.
But I'm saying though, in the sense of like the Dwight story is so difficult because Dwight is like an aggressor in the whole thing. So hearing about Dwight, it's like if I just heard about it and it was like, oh, that's what happened. Oh well, that's what he is. Okay, cool. Like whatever. Like I don't care about that. I don't care about his what his sexual preference is, right? But for Will, it's like Will just goes through like the last few years, bro. It's just never ending. Just because, like, I'm like, bro, please, at this moment, I hope it's true, bro. I hope you did find love, bro, in some way, some other way. Like, I hope it was, and I hope you and Duane can just come out and be like, you know what, bro? Love is love, bro. He treats me right. He's there for me. He listens to me,
bro.
He listens to me, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Because it also makes it hard because I'll say this. It also makes it difficult. I was saying hard. It makes it difficult.
Wow,
it makes it difficult because Lisa Ray, about a few weeks ago, when the book dropped, and she talked about how how Jada was talking about how all the stuff she was saying negative about Will. Lisa Ray came on and said, "Will's my type. I would be with him if she don't want to be with him. I would be with him." She made a statement like that, right? So when Lisa Ray made that statement, now you coming out saying, well, I believe it. That's why I was just like, bro, where y'all at? Like, y'all just want to believe anything, but I don't want to. I really don't. But if it is, good for Will. Good for Will. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Good for Will.
I think, bro, you said say it ain't true. Like the Fresh Prince of the '90s. This is the coolest nigga in the '90s. And you know what I think? This is how I've been able to remove this. Whether it be the R. Kelly thing, the Michael Jackson thing, Bill Cosby, all that, is because probably outside of shit, Jay-Z, Wayne, Drake, or whatever, outside of them, just within them, my favorite rapper is Rick Ross. And because I like the way he writes, his beats incredible, like all the shit is crazy. And for the shit to come out that he was a correctional officer and then just keep writing through that shit. Like, I'm on some Ja Rule shit. If you let 50 take you off your square and change your whole shit up, right? And I'm like, this music is incredible. Like, I don't care if you never sold a drug in your life. This music goes hard. So I know for a fact at this point, for years now, close to 20 years, that people's lives don't reflect shit from what their art is. So if he is like wilding out like that, even Doogie Howser, right, on the How I Met Your Mother, I've never seen the show, but from what I gather, Doogie Howser on the show, he get a whole bunch of bitches. Like, that's his thing. Right. He's a ladies' man. And in real life, he's married to a whole dude. Right. So, I mean, and also, do you think, here's my question, Dell, before I get into the real question, do you think, bro, if anybody on the planet to come out and be like, hey, being gay is cool now, it's lit in the Black community. If anyone to do that, even though like obviously Lil Nas X tried, but you think Will could be the Will savior could definitely be of face top secret Blacks, and then him and Dwight Howard could go on tour and raise awareness?
He fits the good image of it, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like Dwight Howard, he wouldn't, allegedly. He wouldn't roll with Dwight. Like,
why not?
It's just because Dwight's aggressor, like, that's just not where he's.
Why do you keep saying that like it matters?
Because that does matter. That changes a lot. It changes a lot.
Gay.
It changes a lot. Look, let me tell you this. If a girl, right, I'm gonna go to a whole nother example, but if you eat a female out, right? If you eat a female out and or whatever, you eat her booty. Some niggas eat booty. So if you eat her booty, right, and then that's what you do. You eat booty. Fine. You eat booty. But if you force yourself on eating a woman's butt, it just seems more wild. So that's why I'm saying that's why I'm saying for like people don't almost accept you if you just eat butt. But if you start force eating butt, like you just walking in the supermarkets, ripping people's jeans down just to get to the buns, like that's wild. So that's how I feel about.
One of my boys told me. One of my boys told me that he was with one of his friends and they was on a double date and they was like chilling out, right? And then one dude was with his fiance and the other girl had brought her friend that she used, and the dude used to talk to her friend. They hanging out or whatever and they chilling. It gets late or whatever. Dude don't talk to her no more. But they in the bed together and they like cuddling and shit. And my boy told me that they got in an argument because dude was begging to eat her butt. and like wouldn't, and she's like, no, we don't even get down like that. I'm like, come on, like, just let me eat your butt. So Duane, the way you saying it,
you see what I'm saying? It sounds wild. Now that whole he's a bad guy now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is he? He didn't get to do it.
But now the fact that
you
you telling this story
bruh,
as a
too.
third person, you're telling this story from a third person perspective. Somebody told you because they were like, Ryan, you got to hear this shit. Like, right. I can't believe Matt would do this, right? Like, so now it's like to that point, right? Like, you like Matt begging Woogie. Now, even to a point where you look at Matt, you like, wow, he begging for butt. Like he's serious. He a serial butt eater.
He is serious. He's serious about his butt eating. You're right.
Yeah, no, he's a serial butt eater because now he's just taking it at will. So at this moment, right, like he's taking it whenever he gets an opportunity. We don't know what that might provoke in him that he didn't get them that night. And the only reason why he might not have went to the extreme is maybe because everybody was there.
Probably. You know, bro, too.
I probably do.
Bruh is a serial butt eater.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I share no drinks with no niggas. All plastic cups in my house for people like that. But I'm just saying though, like, so yeah, Dwight and Will can never be on the tour with this. But if Will did come out, it allegedly, and all these things happen to be true, and he just came out and just owned it, I don't even think society would even see nothing wrong with it. I think they would just be like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
he's still a great actor.
Especially, I even think that he would get a pass from the community because of all the trauma.
And he's never been disrespectful to the community. He's never been like, it's not like he can't, like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, as long as you don't disrespect the community when you're at your lowest, he's never been like, fuck gay people. Like, he's never been on no shit like that. Or, you know, he's never been on no Charleston White shit or no Lil Boosie shit, right? Like, he's never been on that type of hype. So it's like, people would just be like, okay, he's cool. Like, I like Will Smith. And then all of a sudden they'll start doing, be honest with you, if it came out, they'll have Netflix had the Fresh Prince on fucking Netflix. Like, for no reason. Like, shit, everything will be Will Smith. Like, people will immediately forget about the slap. They'll immediately forget about it. They will literally celebrate him now. You know what I mean? Will Smith, he's from Philly, the city of brotherly love. Like, everything, You're wildin'. They would really embrace him.
No,
however,
you're right.
I will tell you this. This is though we're talking about this, and I know it's all allegations, I don't believe it's true. I know
on
that
a scale of 1 to 10, how true do you think it could be?
I think it's a 1. I do not believe it. I think personally this is a scorned person. Because even Big Brother Bilaal, he seems like he may be a part of the community, a part of the LGBTQI community, right? So he seems like that's a part of his thing. And it seems like it's just easy to say that shit. Like, and we're at this particular time in life where you could just throw out an allegation like that. And like I said, it's just so much stuff that, yes, if you research it, you can find supporting information, but it doesn't mean it's true. It's just because it's just, if you're looking, you can find some shit that say, well, Duane Martin, especially it's going to be on Duane Martin. Like, a lot of stuff is on Duane Martin. So it's like, just adding him into the thing. And then the fact of, well, we think Will Smith has been a swinger, or we think about this, or we think about that.
Yeah.
So much stuff has came out. And I'm not saying we, but I'm just saying society wants to believe that it's true. And as long as they make that happen, and we never even heard of this nigga. Brother Bilaal, like, he's never been heard of. Like, I know Will did like a few things where he mentioned him before when they were like good, but I'm saying, like, he's nobody. Now your name just blew up. You hearing it on an uncred, like already Tasha K, who's already been sued by Cardi B. You feel me, for allegations that she put out there and things that she's done. So we're hearing it on an uncredible resource. It's just not none of that thing. And then it blows up because it happens to do with somebody who has weight to their name. And it just feels like more stuff to make Jada's book seem better. I feel like Jada and Brother Bilaal probably came up with this idea. Like, let's just say gay, and then I'm gonna go against you. Then we're gonna say we're gonna solve it in course, but we really not gonna solve it in course. I don't even know. It just feels like a finesse. It feels like a finesse. And they just continue to use Will. And I think, like, because of what we're already speculating, right? I feel like it's easier for Jada to use Will because regardless of whatever it goes, society's always still going to, like, be about Will. We learned that. Like, even with the slap, people still gonna go, well, it's like, you got a husband like that, like, where everybody's like still gonna love him no matter what he does. Like, cause he don't really do no like extreme shit. Like, he ain't got no sex, he ain't got no like sex operation going on. He ain't got like, you know, he ain't
no
holding
scandals.
people hostage. He ain't got no scandals really. It ain't got nothing going on. The only thing it sounds like is stuff that's been going against him. So it's like, to now have him like that's like, well, let's just keep using him and get as much as we can out of him. You feel me? And then that way we're gonna promote my book. My book ain't selling. Nobody really wants to buy my book. So now how do we spark more? Maybe people might think that I said something in my book about it.
Yeah. Oh, people are like, I gotta buy this book to get clarification.
I gotta buy the book.
You can be right, man. Honestly, it's like the re-up where so Drake dropped Scary Hours 3, right? And then it's a Twitter meme that says, y'all gotta thank Joe Budden for Scary Hours 3 and for 4 p.m. in Calabasas, because a lot of that stuff is like from like Joe Budden's motivation or whatever, if you will. And then so some people feel like, oh, Drake went back into the studio to go ahead and knock out these extra 6 songs because he was feeling the way because y'all didn't like what he had. And then in reality, he could have just had the songs just chilling and be like, I'm gonna do a Scary Hours after the other album. So even for this situation, and it worked because I didn't want to hear from all the people that I trust. Everybody that I trust was like, oh, first person shooter, hella good. And I'm like, if the best song on the album is the biggest feature on the album, I don't want to hear the album. So I haven't even heard it yet. But then on Twitter was like, Scary Hours 3 is out. And my homies was like, hey, man, I think this is the one. I played that shit last night. It was incredible. Mm-hmm. So for people that's like, man, I'm not buying Jada book, and they see Bilaal talking and be like, oh, you know what? I should buy the book to just get clarification because I got to know more. So it could 100% be marketing because nothing else even makes any sense. My question to you is this. Regardless of if this is true, or let's allegedly say this is true. Let's allegedly say it is allegedly, right? Dell, what would be the motivation for somebody that's this credible to do this? And the reason I say credible is because the source is credible, but the story is wild, right? So because it's a credible source. If dude has been around him, then the source is credible. We just don't. But is the motivation credible? Dylan, is this for money? Did Tasha K give him a bag for this disclosure? Does he simply just want clout because he's scorned, or is dude jealous?
I think it has a combination of clout and for the bag, but not from Tasha K. I don't think the bag came from Tasha K, but I do think it's like, because he also has a book, right? Like the demons around Will Smith, the demons in Will Smith's life. That's the book he has.
Really?
Yeah. So with that book, I feel like this is a way to promote all of that, right? Like now you talk about all of these particular things, and so now,
Bruh, when he get a book,
he got a book. It's called The Demons in Will Smith's Life. Look it up. The Demons in Will Smith's Life.
Man, why, bro? You've been burying the lead, bro. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's corny. Anyway, go ahead, man.
But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, it feels like it's a little bit of a combination to get to that. Like, if I bring this out, regardless, like, you feel me, it's an allegation. Like, I just saying that what I saw. Nobody can't tell me what I didn't see, right? Nobody can't tell me that I didn't see it. Regardless if they sue me, I could still say I saw it. Like, I saw that. Like, that's what I saw. Even if I could have misunderstood, I could have misinterpreted. Maybe they was naked wrestling for some reason. I don't know, but no, I just feel like it's for a little bit of the money.
No, I didn't know he had a book. His book dropped October 19th. Mm-hmm. And it's called Will Smith Demonic Circle by Brother
Will Smith Demonic Circle. I knew it was something like that.
This is crazy.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I think it has to do with that. Like, you promote your book, you get that out, you say that you've seen something, and your book's already titled to already, you know what I'm saying, diminish Will Smith. And if you're really scorned about not getting money, this is the way you do it, right? You bring out some insane allegation to make the people, like I said, it's already speculated that he already has these things going on in life, right? Like people want to believe that society, that Hollywood is so dark and there's this darkness in Hollywood that you have to suck a dick to get on stage and all of this shit, like, right? So if that's what you believe, it's easier to manipulate those people by just coming out and saying, I've seen it. And then, I mean, like, and the thing about it is, the first thing people gonna say is, well, he used to be with Will Smith, so why would he lie? It's the first thing they're gonna say.
Of course.
Because Will Smith, it's not like this is somebody who's like, I was a production assistant and I saw some crazy shit one time, right. And like you're a nobody, but like you're somebody who Will Smith has snaps with, who's been on stories with Will Smith, who's Will Smith has talked to you when we've seen video footage of you and Will Smith together, and he's even said, this is my friend, you feel me? So now it's like, now you're scoring. Now you come on and say that shit. It's just easy. You wasn't popping. Will Smith, you and Will Smith wasn't friends for a while. Now you ain't popping. So it's easier to come on and say, well, he must be gay. You ain't never said that before, right? Never nothing come up for. Now you don't release the book. Now all of a sudden, now I got to talk about Will Smith and the demon stuff that he on.
You right, bro. That's whack. That changes him having a book. Him having the book with Will's name on the cover, it changes the whole thing. Like, I mean, that's corny to me. That's corny. I think it's like it's levels to these rumors that people can go around just spreading and like saying and shit. And at times, I think, I don't know, that's real whack. That's real whack, bro. Even here's the thing, even if it's true, that's real whack. Like, and I just want to know. I really want to know what the NDA situation is looking like, because one would think that there's an NDA. However, I mean, if he's been around him that long and you trust homie, and Jada Pinkett mentioned in like one of her interviews that they don't have a prenup. If they don't have a prenup, maybe he probably don't have an NDA either. No, I mean, if they don't move like that in that type of environment, everything is just cool, like it's all love. Maybe they don't got.
I don't think it's that way though. I think those are the people you put an NDA on.
You think there is an NDA then?
Yeah, I think you put an NDA on the people who you're allowing privy to.
So why would dude write this book?
Because he don't care, because he didn't get the money that he thought he was supposed to get for the other book that Will wrote. Remember how Will wrote that book? Will just had a book that he wrote out. Yeah. And then he was supposed to be, like, he got mentioned in the book, but he didn't get no money from the book.
So you think that, but like, so there's the thing. If you go against it, and usually if you sign an NDA,
yeah,
you're agreeing to lose everything.
Correct.
Like your cat, your
everything, it don't matter.
Everything. So why would him going against the NDA? Why would he go against the NDA knowing that any like increased book sales is going to get taken away anyway?
Going to get taken away. I guess in reality, scorn. Not like, or you think in your mind you got something that, the only reason why people would do this is I got something in my mind that in my back pocket that I felt like can beat this NDA thing. You feel me? I got something that even though we talking about this NDA, I got my lawyers have cooked up something that could tell me that I can mention these things without basically hurting my NDA. But this is why I don't believe
you sound like a loophole in the NDA.
Loophole, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Gotcha,
but what I'm saying is, this is why I don't believe it. Because if you did sign an NDA, you wouldn't come out with it, right? But if you sign the NDA and you make up allegations, you feel me, to sell more books, what does it matter? Because now all you're going to get hit with is what do they call that?
Libel.
No, but I'm saying, like, when you're pretty much like, the only thing you could be sued for is like hurting someone's career, like you're
slander.
Slander. You're hurting your slander, right? So that's all that you can really get hit with. It's like slander. But even then, it's like, yeah, you could be slander, and then all people are gonna say is the courts are shutting him up because they don't want this stuff to come out about Will Smith, blah, 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 because that's how society works. Society's going to believe that if they shut him up, then that's what it is. So I'm going to read his book. I'm going to support him because he's coming out with the right stuff. This is why Tasha K got so big. Is because people would believe so much in what she's saying that she's telling you, oh, it's a conspiracy. This is a conspiracy. This is this and this and this and this, right? Yeah. So you believe all of the conspiracy shit. So when then finally she gets hit with legal allegations because she's saying dumb shit, they trying to shut her up. Okay, that's the same
The
thing.
only way, like I think, like one of the big pieces in libel slander for it to work itself out is that you have to say something knowing that it's untrue.
Mm-hmm.
If you openly know that it's untrue, like the Alex Jones thing, like Alex Jones owns those Sandy Hook parents close to, I don't know, over $10 million because it got to a point where he was saying things that he knew weren't true.
Right.
So to your, if dude is just throwing out allegations, just go online and say you've seen this thing, and they could be like, if they dug deeper during the disposition and be like, all right, what movie set was it?
Mm-hmm.
What state was it in? What city was it? What are the dates? Then Will Smith be like, bro, I was in New Zealand March 17th, 1999 or whatever. And they'd be like, oh, that's libel slander. And then you lose everything because you openly said some shit that wasn't true about somebody.
But I'm saying if you could match it up and he really was on set that day, and let's just say you walked in, like you didn't even walk in on, maybe you walked in and they were standing too close to each other. You feel me? Duane Martin and Will were standing too close to each other. You could be like, why? I speculated that they were doing something.
Right. Well, that's what I mean, though. Like, you gotta. That's what I mean. That's why it's hard to prove Lander or Slander or libel because you got to prove the person openly knew that they was lying. Yeah. So yeah, if the dates work out and he's like, nah, y'all was in that trailer though.
Yeah.
But be like, bro, but you didn't see that. Yes, I did. It's just word versus word. That's why it's really hard to prove that shit. That's why a lot of people don't go after newspapers and shit for things because a rumor is a rumor unless you could prove it. That's why I think Hollywood, Hulk Hogan sued TMZ and made a grit because he could prove that they made some shit up that completely wasn't true. It's just hard to prove. So to your point, you're right. If he just made us some allegations to sell a book and it's not really against the NDA because it's not true, it's like, oh, that's a mess, bro. That's disgusting.
It's a mess.
That's disgusting, and not the part that's not the murderous part, like that part. It's whack. That's just whack. So now, I mean, Tasha K's a winner because I'm gonna listen to this 2-hour interview and find out the fuck going on because I really need to know. Because people, when you listen to a long form interview, people end up snitching on themselves about certain stuff. They talk long enough, right? That's why I think Jay-Z refused to go on Drink Champs because I'm not about to give y'all just 3 hours of my life, bro. Like, I'm not doing that. And then everybody that go on Drink Champs, after they speak for about 20, 25 minutes, you'd be like, oh, bro, it's a real one. Or you'd be like, oh, I see why nobody fuck with you.
Yep.
So if I could turn on this 2 hours and be like, you know what? This nigga about to get sued.
Yeah.
Then I could come to a better conclusion. But just by the way he telling the story, to your point, it's like he was saying that like it sounded like hate.
It's hate. It sounded like mad hate in it, but it's like I said, like you have enough, you have enough relevant stuff that can make it look like, oh, it's possibly true. I was with him at this time. You got pictures of me. Like I said, any other random person come out of this shit, they could never get this far in. But because we like, see, people going back, see, he really was with Will Smith. Like, he really know him. So people fighting that part. Like, people don't even care about the thing. They just want to prove that it's possible. You feel me? That's it. It is possible that this happened. And you use the perfect person. It's like Duane Martin, we've been hearing Diddy gay for years, right? Diddy gay. I know we're going to get into some touch and subject about Diddy, but we've been hearing Diddy gay for years, right? But you know why nobody ever really, like there's belief. There's people who be like, I believe that shit. Look, all them niggas gay. But every time you hear about Diddy being gay, it's with some nigga who is so masculine that it's like, bro, it can't be possible. Like, you hear about Diddy being like, Diddy and Meek Mill gay. Like, really? We think Meek Mill gay? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, not, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's so absurd. But like, to find somebody else who already has gay attached to their story already, it's like, well, we've been hearing years Duane Martin gay. We done heard years that Will and Jada and the freaky shit. So we believe it. Like that. That's how it works. And that's why I said it was a perfect storm for that.
You're right. It's also a perfect storm, just as you said earlier, for that group of people that want to believe this. Because you know how you got you got these like you got the Illuminati Hollywood demon fanboys. It's like, I told you, they be like swapping DNA for baby ribs and then chewing on baby toenails and then getting demon claws and putting on dresses and making niggas kiss behind closed Kmart's. Like these niggas just believe these weird things happen, and they love this. They love this vibe.
Not closed Kmart's.
Yeah, closed Kmart's. Like Jay-Z made Memphis Bleak wear his hat backwards because it points to the son of the demon star, and they used to rub each other's feet at nighttime in Montgomery wards in the 70s. Like, bro, just anything to just make anything black folks can do to make black folks look crazy is it's the be all end all for certain people. Like, I mean, the homie, our residential Illuminati expert, the homie Verbo told us 600 people that he think is gay, and they all black in Hollywood. He didn't mention one white dude, but he's so pro black, talking about the man is trying to destroy us, but all the rumors he knows about niggas.
Yeah, that's all he knows. But that's because that's what gets fed out there. That's what gets fed out there. The only thing I'll finish this on is with Will, right? With Will and Brother Bilaal. It's funny because I felt like it makes me even now that I'm talking this out, it even makes me believe more that this is false. Because here's the thing. Even if that was your one-time friend, right? One-time friend, and y'all not longer friends no more, right?
Right.
It wouldn't take for this to be the reason you would want to drop this particular bomb on somebody, right?
What you mean, elaborate?
Like, you wouldn't take like this long. That shit had to happen a long time ago, because this had to be on the all in the Family or whatever. I forgot the show that they used to be on that with Duane Martin and him. They used to.
So like the 2010s or 2010s?
2010s or something like that.
Okay.
So for that to be going on, right? And then you come and drop this shit now, you know what I'm saying? Now that you just dropped the book, it's like, it just feels like it's literally like, I see Will's name going up and negatively because of what Jada's been doing. I'm going to use Will now because people know that I'm attached to Will to now try to get a bag. You feel me? To now get a bag and just say that
you're saying the timing is mad.
The timing is
mad whack. Okay, got you.
It's mad whack. It's mad whack. Yeah. It's like, if you were going to do it, it's mad whack. Y'all were friends. I wouldn't do that. Like, even if like me and you, we've been friends for 20 years. Let's say for some reason tomorrow we're not friends. Whatever it is, money, whatever it happened to be, or whatever. Right. My intention would never be to be like, I'm going to ruin his life. No. Whatever smoke we got smoke, whatever it was. I'll see you when we got the smoke or whatever. But like I'm saying, to go out and be like, now I'm really going to like I'm gonna really say all of these things, like that just goes to show you're not even a good friend in general.
Yeah.
Like you're really just not a good friend. Like if you had that and you kept it and you still couldn't reserve that information, you're not a good friend. Because in reality, it's like, you were never my friend. You were waiting for an opportunity to bust this information out. So every time you saw me do something negative, you were like, "Ooh, write that down. Ooh, got him. So if it all comes out, if this friendship never works,
right,
nigga, unleash the dragon."
Pause.
The pun, I just set that up. But
nah, it gives big Joe Smith wife energy.
Ooh, her energy. Wow. Her energy is wild right now. If y'all don't know about Joe Smith wife, she getting all the promo she been wanting. She getting the bag right now. She on the Cameron and May show. The Cameron and May show. She out here doing it, bro. She getting it in. You know what I'm saying? Rubbing back rubs. Joe Smith sitting at home. He just bald headed. You know what I'm saying?
It gets wild, bro. Listen, man, we gonna need y'all opinion in the comments, man. If you think this is allegedly true, let us know how true it is. Do you believe on a scale of 1 to 10? And also, what could somebody do to make you so mad that you say this about them?
Right.
Like, that they was getting murdered though.
Like,
no, he was talking about it like you know how say like you watching the game, you be like, bruh, Steph Curry was cooking Pat Beverly. Like he was cooking him, like cook. And you don't like Pat Bev, but you like he was bro. He was cooking Pat. That's how he said it. Like that's how.
No, he for sure did. Like he for sure was on some like you see, like it was like, bro, you literally just like hate Will. Like no, it don't even seem like he talked like that on a regular day. He was like. He was murdering him.
Yeah, he
destroying, like using words like like you're right. Like if it was almost like it was a hooper or a boxer happening right now. Like it was like, bro, like this was some competition event that was going on. Like how much time? And my thing is this, right, too. Like, okay, you walk in on a session like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I walked in on my boys, not my boys together having interest, but I walked on my boys one time, like with a female partner, and like open the door up and oh shit, immediately close the door. But like that's them getting nation. I'm not about to be sitting there like what's going on in here? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you see
like how many
like
strokes?
It's like how many strokes you gonna do? Like how many strokes did you watch? Like for you to come out with those particular words, like those particular, like those are the words you went to. Like those are the those are the verbs you decided to use. Destroyed. Right. Like you went all the way to that. Like how long were you watching?
Yeah, that's my question. Like you couldn't just say, "Oh, I walked in on them on the bed together." That'd have been would have sufficed. That'd have been a sufficient explanation. But to be like murder,
you oversold it. You oversold it. Because now at this moment, now that's why it doesn't seem believable. Because in reality, so if you walk in on somebody like, oh shit, oh man, like even Cat Williams, like I walked in. Remember when he talks about his joke? He goes, I walked in on Professor Ogilvy. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't like he alludes to it, but he never really like says, I saw him. Right. It's like, yeah, I saw some weird shit. It was crazy. I left. You feel me? Because it's like, that's not what you want to see. Doesn't matter if you're into it or whatever. You're not going to sit there too long and stare at the door because you don't want to be a creep.
Right.
Like, regardless of what's going on. Like I said, like, you
don't want to be a creep.
Like, it could be two women having sex. I mean, I don't know. Depending on what even me, I'm like, if it's two women having sex and they're being discreet about it, I'm not going to be sitting there in the door, like, unless they be like, yo, come on in. Like, I'm like, okay, and they bad enough. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, for that to happen, it's like either you joined in, because as long as you're sitting there, as much as you talked about it, you joined in. You had to join in. You feel me? Oh, like what's going on? And then you over here describing the man's genitalia, like it was this, it was that. Like that just sounds wild to me, bro. Like that just sounds like hate, and it sounds like wow. Like to go because it's just too much hate. It's too much. Like it's just too much. It's like you would have like it could have been enough. Like, hey, I seen some shit that looked suspicious to me. You feel me? Oh, okay, crazy. I would actually believe him. Like, whoa, like, I mean, he said suspicious. Like, he didn't say what it was, but it just seems suspicious. You feel me? Like, we can try to align what it is and use our imagination to think what he's talking about. But he went so graphic into detail, our imagination can't even fathom what he said. Right. Now it's like, what? Like, now you over here like, his dick's so small. It's like, bruh, like, you kind of went in too much. Now it feels like you're lying. It's like when you're watching cops. Sorry to interrupt, but when you're watching police interviews and the suspect is over talking, he's over talking. Now you don't believe it because now you're like, now that's exactly what the police waiting for. It's like he didn't get to the point. Like, yeah, I walked in, I saw blood, and I was like, man, this is crazy. And then I went out and ran and called y'all. Oh, sounds totally believable. I walked in. I saw blood. I saw 3 stab wounds on his back. He had a bite on his neck. And then on top of that, like I realized like this might have happened. I started thinking in my mind, like this might have happened because of this and this and this lining up. Now you like, bro, you the killer, bro. Like you know too much information. You know too much information, boy. But you're lying.
I started thinking about how he owed John money.
Yeah.
And then so I had text. Well, I called y'all, but then after I called y'all, I had text John to see if he had been here. Because never mind.
So that's why I touched his body. That's why I'm saying I touched his body, because that's why y'all might find my fingerprints. Like you start overthinking. Like that's what it feels like, bro. Like
because I was gonna get John his money back if he had it on him. Because in that way he wouldn't owe John no more. But I ain't had nothing to do with it.
I didn't have nothing to do with it. So why were you there? Y'all. Why were you there? Well, I was there, and like even to the point, like they was all looking for him. Like, so hold on. They sent you out of all the people that they have. Like usually you go to a production set, like unless it's a small ass production, you got hell of productions. They're not gonna go send this nigga. They're gonna go send a production assistant, like somebody that's just randomly there for nothing. Like, hey, go find Will and find Duane. You know what I mean? They don't need the nigga who probably has nothing to do with the set to go be looking around for niggas. They pay niggas to do this. So that already just, everybody was looking for them. And I had the keys to both of their rooms. Like, why do you have the keys to both of their rooms?
Everybody was looking for him, but nobody thought about going to the trailer.
Right. Nobody thought about that. That's why it sounds wild. It just sounds hella wild. Like you got to really break it down to where it's at. Like really what's happening. But I said to society, it's like all you heard is murder, destroyed, naked, small penis. And now you like, whoa, Will's definitely. And then already to tie it in what's happening. If this came out in 2000, nobody believe this shit. Nobody even want to care about this shit. Nobody like, nigga, what? Nigga, Will Smith would never. You feel me? But because of all this stuff that's happened with Jada and all this stuff that's happening now, it's like, maybe Will might be that way. I mean, he seems like a scorned man. He seems soft because he didn't beat his wife up for the shit that she did. Like, he tried to take her back and work it out. Like, that's soft nigga shit. That's
because he didn't beat his wife up.
Like, because that's what I feel like niggas really wanted him to do. Like, just beat your wife, nigga. She tripping, like, or leave her, right? Like,
that is what people
like. That's what it seems like they wanted. Like, it doesn't
just beat her up.
Just beat her up. It's like, but they going through something. We go through. The crazy thing is, I know niggas who really go through shit like this for real.
Yeah.
Go through shit like this for real in real life. Really go through like entanglement shit and really do shit. And usually what happens is it's a rarity that a nigga, like, I'm tell you this right now. A female can have sex with a nigga's best friend. You know what I mean? It's on this man to choose whether he gonna be with that female or he gonna be with this best friend still, right? So this is how it works. Most niggas will be like, unfortunately, that's my female. I'm gonna work it out with her and I'll forgive her. You feel me? For what she did. I'll never talk to this nigga again for what he did. That was my friend. He my man. He did that. Niggas won't even look at like the fact that the woman's also involved and she had to give consent to do whatever that was going on. They'll go back, marry her, have more babies and do the whole shit, right? But never talk to their mans ever again. Forgive this nigga, but never talk to this nigga. Will did exactly what most niggas do. You feel me? In a situation, right? He said, okay, I'll forgive my wife. I want to work it out. I want to try to be a better husband. Exactly what every woman, everything that they want, right? The thing about it is, niggas is so mad because they like, he should have did this. He should have did this. He should have left her. He should have went did this. He's Will Smith because he has money. And they expected somebody with money to be like, you shouldn't even have to deal with that. You should go. You're the breadwinner. But he's like, nigga, I'm fighting because like, my kids, this, and this going on. I'm trying to fight for my love. You feel me? And then they trying to say that he been gay and Jada is his like his
beard.
His what?
His beard. Like when you have somebody around you so that you look.
Oh, like, I didn't know that's what that's called.
Yeah, it's called a beard.
A beard. So I guess that's what they're trying to say, right? I don't even believe that. I think genuinely Will really loved and still loves Jada. I think that
of course he do.
And the hope is that we're gonna work our relationship out and it's gonna eventually be good. The problem is society. We don't even look at we don't even look at logic, like what's going on.
Nah, because that's the thing. Because that's the thing, bro. They entertainers.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to look. We not look. People ain't looking for logic. They like, well, they in entertainment. This story is good. I want to hear the shitty story. That's what they want to hear. They want to hear the shitty story, bro. But I think that we just need another scandal. Just another scandal to pop off, and then they be all right. They be all right. We just need some other shit to pop off.
I agree. It sucks.
So listen, man. Oh, go ahead.
No, that's it. It sucks.
It sucks. Listen, man, y'all can be anywhere in the world right now, but y'all here with us. Drink water, pay attention.
Yo, you made it this far right now. Make sure you like, subscribe, and please give your comments about anything that you heard today. Tell us what your thoughts are. What do you think? Is Will gay? Is this allegation a lie? Is it true? We want to know your thoughts. We always allow every comment to be there. So even if you hate the show and you say, fuck y'all show, blah, 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 you can write that. It's fine. We allow every comment to go. Most of y'all don't say that, but I just want to know all comments are good. Inappropriate ones too. So y'all can put anything y'all want on there. Just don't.
Just also there's this. If you about that life, I want you to write in the comments the worst lie you ever told on somebody.
Yeah, I would love to hear that. I want to hear. We'll rate that shit too. We'll rate that shit. Like this is wild.
This is horrible.
This is horrible.
Call the FCC on your ass. Listen, man. 100.
All right, 1.